Hello, I just want to give a update on how I've been, any news, what I've been up to, and yeah, just give an overall update to you guys, because it kind of feels like I haven't been able to show you guys anything lately, which sucks, and yeah, so I just want to be clear about how I'm doing, how the work's going, and my plans, my future plans, my goals, and where I would like to be by the end of this year, I guess. And I guess how I plan on getting there. It's a bit cold out today. It's about 45, and it feels like one of the first days where we are exiting the summertime, the beautiful summer weather, and we are entering the winter mode. And I don't know how you guys fare during the winter. I fare well. I do good, and I do good work during the winter because there's a mutual bonding togetherness that I feel with the bunkering down for these colder months. All right, now that this scene has saved, so just an overview. I'm going to go through some of the CG work that I've been pushing through, just a few shots, screenshots that I have, and then I'm going to go through some of my 2D work that I just recently scanned. This is a small bit compared to all of it that I have, but these are some of the standouts that I had from this current batch of notebooks over the summer. All right, so this is my TRV you guys are familiar with. I just got through rigging it. I haven't done custom bone shapes yet, but I've recorded the whole process of me rigging it, which I have on recording, and I did a voiceover of the time lapse, but I think I have to re-record it because I recorded it while I was walking outside and it sounds like shit because it was raining out, so it's like cars going by. Yeah, so I want to do something with that recording, but also I've been thinking a lot just about how much of a not good teacher I am. I'm not a very good teacher, but I do have the map. I can show you the map to learn from much better teachers than myself, who I learned from. And yeah, I'll throw some links in for rigging down in the description of this video. All right, so this has been a big one for me. Is the transparent plastic? Well, before we get to any details, I'll show you guys this blueprint here for the rig of the TRV, which worked out pretty well. There were a few minor adjustments. So the zoom rocker, I ended up turning it into one bone. And I might have to switch it back, actually, now that I'm thinking more about it. This was a big hang up for me, actually, when I was working on it, was the body roll, the root offset. So ideally, this rig is going to be handheld by the character, as you can see in clown cam. Hold on, let me find a good portrayal. Oh, here. Yeah, so it's going to be handheld like this, connected via ribbon cable to the character. And so I wanted, like when you're holding a real camera, the body of the camera almost hangs from where the hand is in the strap. It almost is, the gravity pulls it away, but from the palm. So I really wanted an offset to the strap and the root of everything, but I couldn't get it first try, but I'm going to keep working on it. I thought it was going to be easier than it was. But okay, so the transparent plastics. This is something I've been really focusing on, is to figure out a way to get the shaders to look exactly how I want them without going with simple image textures. So this has been a battle that has confused, enlightened, taught me, and shut me down for the whole summer, basically. But I think I have a kind of a solution. I'm still in testing phases, but I think I know kind of how I want to go with it. So basically, all the detail, all the geometric detail is quite simple. You can see the polygons. It's not that clean bevels. Basically, these are just retopologized weapons that I got from like Sketchfab and stuff. You know, it's like the free to use, low poly, whatever weapon you're looking for. And then I just retopo with some detail found in references. That was the easy part. That feels like grunt work. That is 3D Monkey tier shit compared to this fucking shader stuff. Because I have to get the shaders to play nice. Like, they look great here. This is in Blender. But I have to get it to play nice in Unity so that me and Jake, my programmer, are not tearing our hairs out trying to figure this shit out. So I'm thinking I'm going to bake it down, see how it looks, play with the transparency, and just hope and pray that things look good. Because I've been thinking a lot about it. And yeah, the look dev models of the firearms are going to matter a lot. I'm willing to spend most of my try count on these weapons so that they look good and look how I want them to. Yeah, here's a Galil, or it's a modified Galil, IMI Galil, I believe. But yeah, this is so the plastic shader from here on this one, and I really like the look of that plastic. Okay, so these are some of the hand look devs that I was working through. These are kind of rough stages. I'm really playing around with how I want to do the arms. So I really like the disconnected look, but sometimes it's hard for me to get the fabric looking correct. And I'm like learning as I go, but I'm gonna make sure it's good. Because I don't want to go cheap out. I don't want to go super cheap, but I want to do it my way. So we'll see. I'm loving the hand models. These hand models are based on just as many references from the Shenmue hands that I could get my hands on. So they're a bit rough right now, but I really like the thinness to the fingers on these Shenmue models. These are version 2, I think, of the hands. This is the most recent clear plastic that I was working through. This is Uzi, full size, no stock, but might have a stock for it. Bunch of houses working on for this suburban environment. Alright, so that's most of the 3D. I have more, but I'll share it in other ways in the future. Let's go on to the 2D. So a lot of my 2D this summer has been from my notebook or my sketchbook, but I don't like carrying my sketchbook. I like carrying my notebook because I do often have to make lists of what I'm doing, like the blueprint you saw, but not a blueprint necessarily, but just lists of what I have to get done, what needs to be prepared before I can get to the thing, and then also, design documents of just how the game will be played. And that's mostly the boring stuff. That's the documentation that I'm working on, not so much illustration, but it's really nice to have lined paper for that work. So what I'll often do is rip out like 10 or 15, sketchbook pieces of paper You can see the perforations here, and I'll just shove them in my notebook with a binder clip or whatever those are called. And then I can just, I can go in. Oh, and I recently found the best pens. I ordered a 12 pack, link in the description. They're called the Pigma Graphic Ones. So I ordered a pack of the Pigma Graphic archival ink pens, and in a bunch of different sizes, because I've used the very, very fine tip ones in the past, and they were awesome. So I wanted to try out the whole range that they have, including the brush. But dude, the graphic one, so like the size 1, is so sweet. It's like, I thought I found the best pen, which was a Uniball Signo Impact 207 black ink. That I thought was my favorite, but turns out the Pigma wins. All right, so this is a rough sketch design of enemies. So the Dell desktop tower strapped to the back. This is early in the summer that we were just roughing out ideas. I still like it a lot though, like this portrait. Very cool. And these are all done on a bench. So I'm sitting on a bench and I don't have reference. So oftentimes they're all fucked up. But it's the best this way, I find. I find it's the most me when I'm able to just do it with no technology besides, I'll be listening to music, but I won't really look at my phone. I'll look at my phone maybe after to like double check some proportions, especially for the more technical stuff. Like I was working on like this. So I really wanted to figure out how these beams were. So in a timber construction, so of a house, I wanted to find out how these beams were set up, especially for like the doorway and stuff. Pretty imprecise still, but yeah, that's something I wanted to find. All right, so I have some pants here. A guy just doing his thing, pointing. Oh, wrist guards. Yeah, so I have some scans of my actual wrist guards that are this colorway. Because I sprained both my wrists about 1.5 years ago, and these were the ones I was rocking when we were working through video pics. I remember being so scared. I remember being like, dude, I can't risk it, man. Because if I lose my hands, then I can't make this art. It sounds so corny, but it's true. This is something I was playing with, is the checkerboard straight pattern over the cloth, and I'm still thinking a lot about it. This guy's cool, like scientist, killer. Okay, so there's a bit of explanation. Who are the 4 children? The 4 children of God, creator, inside earth, manifested, inside God, within God's language, interpreted and projected. They are ever-shifting archetypes based on function and joy of a plot and structure to a narrative. They are my actors, and this is my play. I'm not even sure what that means, man. I'll get my coffee, I'll start my day, I'll get my coffee in me, and I'll just start writing, man. I'll just go like a freaking motorboat. But hey, some of the ideas that come out of it are beautiful. And once you let the chains go free, you're able to, really churn out some cool, unique ideas and just forget about it, even if you, sound kind of crazy when you're writing. Squirrel-winged trench glider. Dude, this is fried. But so this is a cool one though. The character man, he's got a titler, so like a old title generator, and he wears it like it's like a strap, and it like basically projects out like here. This is cool. It's like my young Rambo, but cool attempt. This is the killer. Same one here. This was a scene that I was working on when I got some new markers, but I don't know. Markers are chill, but I don't know. there's a lot. There's a lot that goes into, working with markers. I think I'm just gonna take it in stride from here on out. If I need one color, let's just go with it. Just fuck the blending and stuff. But yeah, that's rough. This is a really shitty rainbow too. What I was thinking. This is one of my favorite images here. Jack, the image MC, that's me. And then Jake, the programmer phenom, the Texas Chainsaw programmer, the Texas homie Jake, who's helping me program through this thing, the game we're working on. That's been my main focus, you guys, by the way, is the game. And as I'm working on an animation on the sidelines, so basically a large project that goes hand in hand with the development of the game. It's a meta project, which I'll explain further as we get through this, but it's as much meta, and it pertains to the whole development, but it's not like a devlog or anything. It's pretty abstracted, but I'm into it. Yeah, no more games. You can steal my secrets, my technique, my skill, my flow, my groove, my mode, but you'll never get your hands on what makes me who I am. My skull spark, my mastermind, my sick and also twisted imagination. 4-ACO DMT, one of my favorite chemicals. Yeah. This is a sketch I was doing pretty recently, actually. I really want to make some really cool promotional material for the game, especially to go hand in hand with once we have the bulk of the gameplay and the loop set up, so that we can just continue to iterate and continue to grow an audience, and hopefully, sell gangbusters, as they say, coming for their AAA. Yeah, this is just some concept work that's based on an old animation I did. I'm going on a quest, a journey, an expedition, a search, a spirit quest for treasure, a manhunt for inspiration, clown cam, and so I departed. This is a basic structure setup, kind of, for what I was thinking in my head. Sorry for any background noise, by the way. They've been doing construction on my fucking house for the last year and a half. It sucks, but yeah, okay, back to it. Clown cam, this shit always makes me laugh. I don't know. This is how it came about, is I fucked up the face a bit, and so I just drew a bunch of ink, and it looks like clown makeup. So we got the clown cam, but this is literally me all summer, dude, walking around with this thing. This TRV 950, the camera you see here. Yeah, all summer, people looking at me like I got 8 heads. I took a test video, but I accidentally recorded it as a GIF. But this concept of the projected, it's like picture Luigi's Mansion. This is how I kind of settled on it. Is picture Luigi's Mansion where he's sucking up ghosts, but instead of ghosts, it's images and textures. That's how I feel, and that's kind of where the concept is going, and why I'm spending so much time on this camcorder. This was for the BIA project, so for the by Mark Jacobs Heaven project. This is an early storyboard I gave the directors, and they were super happy. And they were like, all faith. They were like, hell yeah, like, let's go. So, yeah, at the start, this is like day 1, too. I got word of the project. I went out, did a sketch, like this and a couple more pages of some storyboard ideas, and just like tossing around, what I thought would be a cool vibe. And they were like, hell yeah. And basically we iterated on that idea, and but coming to the client or the person hiring you with some real good some hitters, just straight off the bat, it puts their trust in you, and it allows more freedom during the whole project of freedom to create what you believe is the best thing. It puts their faith in you, and I think that's very valuable. So yeah, I'm proud of that. This sheet, as a quick, and just the color. Yeah, I got those new markers, so I got to flash them a bit. This is just a sketch, doing some sketching. Oh, because for the TRV 950, it has this cool chroma function where you're able to basically mask out any blue areas, any chroma, and overlay what you want. And I was messing around with it, but I want to do an explanation video, or an explanation little aside in the video. And I think it'd be cool to use these paintbrushes, or like animate some sort of paint in some cool way. This is when I was just designing some interiors, and also my website, which is in progress. All right, I got a lot to get through, so let's go. Image transporter, pretty cool. Clown Cam 2. Construction Knights, God Age, brutal form. How cool is that? Construction Knights, just picture it. It's gonna be awesome. This is a sketch work in progress. Picture Frankenstein's castle on the top of that hill, on the craggy rock, but it's a construction site. Churchy video pics, 4 children of God inside Earth, inside God, the 4 programmed disciples, Father Time, Mother Earth. God software development scene. It's a falling action figure I'm pretty proud of. That was just freehand. I love getting into the perspective, the 3D space, volume, whatever. Gangster School Bus, Cobra Sin, Flag Raiser. Oh, I was doing like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That was like my muse right here. Jukebox. That's a really good fucking card. Dude. Happy Drums, Alligator, Reading Fairy. Oh, so it's a fairy reading, I guess. Bald Eagle. That's cool. Alright. Godsoft logo or something. I don't know about Godsoft, you guys. I don't know how far I'm gonna take it. Yeah, some more enemies and just an interior idea. Some hands. Oh, body bag when you die. Oh, this guy's pretty cool. Dude. I was messing around with some shading techniques because I got this book that's pretty cool. It's all about like graphic illustration. Picked it up at the thrift. It was a great find. Rollerbladers. This is another one of the Marc Jacobs storyboarding. This shit makes me laugh every single time I look at it. I don't know what I was thinking, dude. But yeah, that guy's fucking hilarious. So dumb. This is like me in a cathedral, and I just have my head down, like on a school desk. Like, I think that's a cool image. This is just some 4s that I was working through. Hands, when I was working through the hands for the character first-person controller model. I'm still working through that, by the way. So the perfect rig. I guess I just might have to move on without doing the perfect rig, but yeah, we'll get through it. I'm gonna try to cap this video at 30 minutes, so let's go. Alright. Boom. That's pretty dope. That was for the Marc Jacobs also storyboard. This is just personal, I didn't send that to them. So video pixel logos. This guy is reading in the library or something. So for about 2 weeks this summer, I was fucking obsessed with 70s stuff. And I still am. But shout out, thanks to you guys who recommended the good 70s music while I was working through some of this stuff. I was inspired, man. And I have some character models too that I was working on with these, these pants, the big pants, and, this handlebar mustache, and the John Lennon. I don't know. There's something about it that I was just so hip on. It was just so cool. Rite Aid is running away. This is cool. I like doing stuff like this. This is how I started animating, actually. It was just on 2D paper. I was doing cells, so right next to each other. Boom, doom, doom. And, yeah, sometimes I would even, animate them, as a flip book, with my camera, with my digital camera or whatever. Rite Aid is running away. It's cool 4 with legs, 4 with wings. Squish you like the bugs. I'm gonna squish you like the bugs. The good feet. I cut that out. I didn't like the top half, but I really like the feet. Sometimes when I'm drawing you guys, sometimes not all of it is good, but oftentimes there's a piece that I really like. And that's probably because I'm just so willy-nilly off the cuff with it all. And I don't really care. I'll just go in. This is fun to work on. I felt like a freaking architect when I was making this. Looks pretty legit. This is good for my interiors that I'm working through. I like doing this, setting it up in space in 2D paper first. Just helps me sort through a lot of the space when I'm working in the 3D. Because oftentimes scale I get fucked up with. Flash photos run around the TRV. I made this digital camera rig, so with legs, 6 months ago that I never used for anything. I was going to use it for the Adult Swim video, but I never ended up using it. I ended up with the private eye with the camcorder, or with the digital camera instead, rather than, just like this digital camera running. But I kind of want to use it to take photos of the TRV so I can kind of show the process of how I took the photo textures. I just want to make a big video on how I don't know, I just want to make it all meta. There's just something cool about that. Minor. This I'm pretty proud of. I got to do it. I want to ink it digital, so 480 width by 700 height, and just do raster bitmap ink with a size 1 or 2 pen, and then get a 16 color palette or something to color it. I think it'll be really cool, almost like a poster, like a bitmap poster. It's like a raster movie poster for this video, accompanying video. It might seem kind of crazy, dude, how does a camera even how does you with your camera come into play at all with your airsoft fucking video game? But it's I'm trying to make the video game. I'm making the video game. I'm making the video game with the camcorder as much as I am my mind. So when I go out with my camcorder, I'm shooting digital video memory images of what I see that I'm trying my best to translate into the game's world space, and hopefully to release also a texture CD alongside it. Okay, so this was more stuff for the Marc Jacobs project. Boom, boom. This, not the gun. I didn't show this to them, but yeah, oh, that's so cool. Actually, I forgot about this. These eyes, yeah. So it's the panel is shooting. I think I must have gotten pretty bored. Helicopter pilot. This guy is just here. It didn't make much sense. I'm gonna cheat on that. I'm gonna cheat on that big test. I'll be a marked man after this. Cool shoes, I think. Here's the bridge scheme, how I was gonna make it, and it came up pretty boss. I'll show a picture of that somehow. I've seen 1 million worlds inside of my head, hollow head insect brain, choosing to imitate rather than kneel, recognize my power and submit. I just want to say, you guys, that I'm not that evil, but sometimes when I get pissed off, part of me gets a little evil, but I don't mean these words. It's this I think this was during the time when I felt very strange after seeing imitations of my style of animation. I felt very I don't know. I felt very unsure. I felt very strange. I don't think it bothers me anymore though. So this was cathartic. It's therapeutic, and it's really good to just be mad. It's good to be angry sometimes, and it's good to hate. Hate is good as long as it's kind of private. But this is a really good outlet for me because I don't like to feel hate. But I'm able to feel hate if it's just by myself, and it's not outward towards anyone. This is a cool snake, just hanging out with his baby brother. This is a cool guy. He's sneaking through a bedroom or something. He's like, it's in the middle of the night. Clown makeup again, because I keep fucking up the faces, I think. CD-ROM bin. Oh, I really like this. Panther. Not sure what this was about. Oh, I think this is like Sprite guys. Movie theater with a gun at the top. I don't get that. I made it, but I don't get it. These cool guys. It's kind of like my 70s look. God Software. Title Freak. He has the title machine. A telephone in my ear that won't stop ringing. The voice on the other line keeps saying to make the best things ever. That's just a thing I had in my head. Kind of cool. Writing is not my passion nor my hobby, but to project ideas to walls, I need this language. Snap. I feel that way sometimes. Speaking of language, I need to get that blog back up ASAP. I miss it. It's my therapy. This is just more concepting. Airsoft fight. This is just design ideas. Nuclear power plant. Nuclear. It's a cool dinosaur with an MP5. Guitar Hero. Fretboard. This guy's cool. This is more of the Marc Jacobs stuff. Oh, I need a CD shelf like this. Rock, K-pop. Cool killer, or a bank robber actually, not a killer. Suburb planning, or townhouses, whatever. This is a path by my house. I keep going back and trying to do 3D scans of it, but I keep failing every time, so try to update that. Look outside. There was a 4 with a telephone, but I was like, damn, that looks like shit. Alright, I'll read this monologue. September 27th, 2021. I capture, I take, I'll steal, I'll kill, I'll love, I'll lose, to get what it takes to free my head from the earth chains. I dream to create in a soup of matter liquid with no gravity or chemical and physical resistance. Break down wall after wall after wall for infinity until I can create and see truth to spread to those around me. Choke the culture, force a new paradigm into the mind. Sometimes it feels like an unattainable mission, a task too large to even fully understand. If art is the root system of a culture tree, I want to take care and to tend to the roots to make sure things go well and not worse. My art can feel weak sometimes. I feel weak from my art. brought down back to earth from my critical and sinister brain. This fuels me, but also creates a freeze ray at times. Too much thought and second thought, breeding stagnation. I do feel that way sometimes when I'm not in my mode. And the following images are scans. So I've been doing, flatbed scans of my CDs and transparent, jewel cases to try and get the best look I can for the CDs in my game, for the textures. I've been working through it slowly and surely because ideally I want to be able to hot swap the cover art for whatever I feel should be the cover, but I also don't want it to be too heavy on the overload or the overhang of the performance or whatever. So for the textures to be a manageable size, but also still be, hot swappable. Here's another illustration: cross-continental image tracker. CAD, computer-aided drug design, pretty cool. And shoot, fight, bootleg, CAD, footbag, fish, collect, scrap, recycle, night and day. Early image titles I made for some of the idea work on the game. Alright, and that's just an overview of some of what I've been up to, some of where my head has been at, and going forward, me and Jake, we're pushing on the game. I'm kind of rethinking the Patreon thing. I kind of want to set up a system that's not through Patreon, and I've been playing around with the idea of 4 quarters. So if I can do a giant marketing push for the world, everyone in the world, to give 4 quarters to fund this game or whatever. We gotta get some fucking gameplay first though, eh? Alright, you guys, thank you and peace.